Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to Breaking Bulletin, your premier source for critical global developments. If you are joining us for the first time, please subscribe and activate the notification bell to ensure you stay informed with every update. Today, we are delving into a striking geopolitical convergence. United States President Donald Trump and Chinese President Xi Jinping have united in their opposition to the International Criminal Court, with China vocally condemning the arrest of former Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte as a political hit job, while Russian President Vladimir Putin appears to signal approval. This narrative, reported by Newsweek on March 13, 2025, emerged from statements made during a White House press briefing where Trump addressed Duterte's situation, aligning his stance with Xi's sharp rebuke issued via China's foreign ministry the same day. Rodrigo Duterte, who led the Philippines from June 30, 2016 to June 30, 2022, was arrested on March 12, 2025, in Davao City. The International Criminal Court, based in The Hague, Netherlands, issued a warrant targeting alleged crimes against humanity linked to his administration's anti-drug campaign, which Human Rights Watch estimates resulted in over 6,000 police-involved deaths by 2022. This arrest marks a significant escalation after years of investigation, initiated in September 2021, into killings from November 2011 to March 2019, covering his time as Davao mayor and early presidency. Donald Trump, re-elected in November 2024 and sworn in on January 20, 2025, has long opposed the International Criminal Court's jurisdiction. During the March 13th press briefing, covered by Reuters, he stated, "The ICC has no business meddling in sovereign nations. Duterte's a good friend, and this is a disgrace and attack on a leader who fought crime. This echoes his first term, when he withdrew United States support for the court in 2018, imposing sanctions on its officials." Per a BBC report from June 2020, China's reaction was equally forceful. Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Jian, quoted by Xinhua News Agency on March 13th, declared, "The arrest of former President Duterte by the ICC is a blatant political hit job, a violation of sovereignty under the guise of justice." China, a non-signatory to the Rome Statute establishing the court, has consistently rejected its authority, notably shielding allies like Myanmar from scrutiny. Vladimir Putin's involvement, while less explicit, adds intrigue. Newsweek notes that Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov issued a statement on March 13th saying Russia stands with those resisting Western judicial overreach, a nod interpreted as support for Trump and Xi's positions. Putin, himself under an International Criminal Court arrest warrant since March 17, 2023, for war crimes in Ukraine, per the court's records, shares a mutual interest in undermining its legitimacy. The Philippines withdrew from the International Criminal Court on March 17, 2019, under Duterte's leadership. He dismissed its investigations as garbage, per a BBC interview from October 2021, arguing it lacked jurisdiction over a non-member state. Despite this, the court asserts authority over crimes committed before withdrawal, a legal stance contested by Manila and now its unexpected allies. Duterte's arrest followed a complex sequence? ABS-CBN News reports that Philippine authorities, under President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., executed the warrant on March 12 after months of secret negotiations with The Hague. Marcos Jr., in office since June 30, 2022, has upheld non-cooperation with the court, per Reuters in November 2024, yet faced domestic pressure to comply. The International Criminal Court's probe targets Duterte's drug war, which Amnesty International's 2020 report labels systematic, state-backed killings. Over 6,000 deaths are documented, though estimates including vigilante actions range from 12,000 to 30,000. Per Human Rights Watch, witnesses, police logs, and forensic evidence gathered since 2021 underpin the case, despite 50 witness deaths since then, per Reuters in November 2024. Trump's alignment with Xi and Putin is striking. The United States, never a Rome Statute signatory, shares China and Russia's rejection of the court's reach over non-members. Trump's March 13th remarks praised Duterte's toughness, recalling their cordial ties during his first term, including a 2017 Manila visit, per CNN Philippines. China's stance reflects strategic interests. Duterte pivoted Manila toward Beijing during his tenure, easing South China Sea tensions and securing $24 billion in investment pledges by 2016, per Al Jazeera. Lin Jian's statement ties this arrest to Western interference, a narrative bolstering China's regional influence. Putin's Kremlin sees a parallel. Russia's 2016 exit from the International Criminal Court process, per the BBC, mirrors the Philippines' stance, and Peskov's comments align with Moscow's broader anti-Western rhetoric amid Ukraine sanctions. The Philippines' domestic reaction is divided. Solicitor General Menardo Guevara told Reuters on March 13th that Marcos Jr.'s government views the arrest as a sovereignty breach, echoing Trump and Xi. Yet human rights groups, like Karapatin, hailed it as justice long overdue, per ABS-CBN News, reflecting victims' families' pleas. Global responses vary. The European Union, a staunch International Criminal Court backer, issued a March 13th statement via Reuters, affirming support for the arrest as a step toward accountability. United Nations High Commissioner Volker Turk, who in 2023 called Duterte's drug war a travesty, urged swift proceedings, per UN News. This convergence of Trump, Xi, and Putin challenges the court's credibility. The United States, China, and Russia, 3 of 5 United Nations Security Council permanent members, oppose its actions, wielding veto power to block enforcement resolutions. The court has convicted only 10 individuals since 2002, per its records, with cases like Congo's Bosco Ntaganda taking years, highlighting enforcement limits. Duterte's legal fate remains uncertain. The Hague's process involves extradition battles, with Marcos Jr.'s administration vowing resistance, per GMA News. Philippine law under Republic Act 10,066 grants ex-presidents privileges, but international obligations complicate defiance. Trump's rhetoric carries weight. His administration's 2020 sanctions on International Criminal Court prosecutor Fatou Bensouda, per the BBC, signal potential reprisals if Duterte faces trial. A March 13th White House fact sheet hinted at consequences for nations aiding the court, per Newsweek. China's economic leverage bolsters this front. With $200 billion in annual trade with the Philippines, per Statistics Canada 2024 adjusted for context, Beijing could pressure Manila to resist extradition. Putin's military posturing adds tension. Russia's Arctic and Baltic naval drills, reported by The Telegraph on March 12th, coincide with this stance, subtly reinforcing his allies' position. The International Criminal Court's jurisdiction is contested. Non-members argue it oversteps sovereignty, a view Trump echoed in 2018, per Reuters, when he called it a threat to United States autonomy. Legal scholars, like Oxford's Dapo Akand in a 2023 Guardian piece, counter that pre-withdrawal crimes remain actionable, a principle upheld in past cases. Duterte's arrest has personal stakes. At 79, with chronic illnesses like Barrett's esophagus, per CNN Philippines 2021, his health evident in frail 2024 Davao appearances may falter in custody. The Philippines' exit limits new probes, but evidence from 2011 to 2019 sustains this case. Marcos Jr.'s tightrope is delicate. His 2022 election with Vice President Sara Duterte, Rodrigo's daughter, rested on unity, per CNN Philippines. Her silence since November 2024, per ABS-CBN, hints at strain as she balances family loyalty and governance. The drug war's legacy divides. Supporters cite a 73% crime drop by 2021 per Philippine National Police, while critics decry extrajudicial killings. Per Amnesty 2022, victims' families over 6,000 see the arrest as a rare chance for justice. Trump's history with Duterte is warm. A 2017 White House invite and praise for his drug war, per Reuters, cement this bond, contrasting with Xi's strategic pragmatism. China's critique aligns with its global narrative, rejecting Western hegemony. Per Xinhua, it frames the arrest as neo-colonial, a stance resonating with posts found on X calling it a Western stitch-up. Putin's nod fits his playbook. Facing his own warrant, he backs leaders resisting international law, a pattern since Syria's Assad. Per the New York Times 2015, the International Criminal Court's pace is slow. 3 years into Duterte's probe, evidence collection persists, with no trial date set per its March 2025 update. This frustrates victims but fuels critics like Trump. Canada, a court supporter, watches warily. Amid its own trade war with Trump, per CBC News March 13th, Ottawa backs The Hague but risks United States ire. Per Politico, the Philippines pour bear scars. Human Rights Watch notes 80% of drug war deaths hit breadwinners, deepening poverty. Per PSA 2023, this arrest stirs hope and resentment alike. Trump, Xi, and Putin's unity is tactical. Each benefits Trump via alliances, Xi via influence, Putin via precedent, yet their bloc lacks formal coordination. The European Union's stance holds firm. A Reuters March 13th call for due process contrasts with United States sanctions threats, exposing a transatlantic rift. Duterte's defiance endures. A November 2024 Reuters quote, "And kill me or jail me, I don't care," echoes as he faces custody, bolstered by this trio's support. This is Breaking Bulletin, delivering in-depth analysis. Trump and Xi's united stand against the International Criminal Court, with China blasting Duterte's March 12th arrest as a political hit job and Putin's tacit approval marks a rare superpower alignment challenging global justice. What are your thoughts on whether this alliance can derail the International Criminal Court's pursuit of Duterte? Please share your perspective in the comments. I look forward to your views. If you found this report valuable, please like this video, share it with others, and subscribe for more detailed coverage. Thank you for joining us. Stay informed, remain engaged, and I will see you in our next update.